Hey guys, so this is MSL Lizard doing another video review, but this particular figure I think it deserves maybe a three-part series. So this is Warbot Advanced Project Assulter, and as you see here, I already have all the pieces clipped out from the tree, and then you can see steel core on the bottom, and oh, also you see the motorcycle. It also has a little mini kickstand, so it could actually stay up on its two wheels. But as you know, it's a motorcycle, so if you even touch it, it'll just fall over. By far, this would be my favorite mode out of everything. I know some people do not really like this mode as much, but and I know that some people actually clipped the tab that connects the rear heavier metal diecast part to the rest of the ship, but I think that is a mistake. You guys should not be doing that because if you push it past a certain point, it actually clicks, and that's what basically holds it together and prevents it from flopping around. But yeah, it all comes down to preference, I guess. And the propeller on top does come on a separate part of the tree. I don't think I could really focus on it, but it's just so small my camera can't catch it. Yeah, it's not gonna catch it, but this top helicopter blade does rotate. I know some people actually paint these. I cannot really do that. I like to use that panel, the jet mode stabilizer, the rear stabilizer, as the helicopter pad. And as you see here, this is supposed to be like a huge landing platform. I really wish that they had maybe, even though I'm pretty sure they're not going to do jets anytime soon, I wish they gave us little miniature jets, so it looks more, so it will really correspond with the rest of the aircraft carrier motif. Also, let me put this a little bit further back. Detail wise, I really like this one. Reminds me of the Star Wars ejection pods, or some type of sci-fi ejection pods or something like that. I think that's kind of cool. And ridges and stuff on the side. I like the detail on this. It kind of reminds me of Macross. I know it's not Macross because on the front part, these will be just weapons. It's not a landing platform at all. The landing platforms are actually on the arms of the SDF-1 figure, and that will be on the sides. But as you know, that does not really fit the case here. And if you look on the back, there's lots of detailing on the inside, which they didn't have to do, but they gave it to you anyways. So that's kind of cool. And there's some other figures that they haven't done yet, like this one over here, this one, and definitely the motorcycle. So I think that's pretty cool. Let me pull these guys off so I could rotate. For the aircraft carrier mode, there's actually nothing really eventful on the bottom. It's just, if I just rotate it up for you guys, yeah, there's nothing really on the bottom to show. Just a lot more detailing. You can actually see the robot head between the two mandibles of the aircraft carrier mode, and there's nothing that really locks this part in place. You could rotate it in a little bit if you want to, or leave it straight out. I prefer to leave it straight out because I like it. And these front parts of the landing platform, it's the weapon, obviously. It tabs in, but that's just what it is. It tabs in, it does not lock in anywhere. And so that's that. There's no real landing gears in the aircraft carrier mode. You just let it sit. And I'm afraid to scratch the paint, so I just use their comic book / manual to actually use as something to cushion the figure from basically my table. And I said before, if you squish this in hard enough, it will click. And as you see here, nothing really flops out of place. It's not popping out or anything. Or maybe I did too hard. So, but yeah, nothing's really flopping around. Especially if you cave the legs in all the way back, all the way front, collapse it as much as you can. You still have these huge gaps right here, that's pretty much it. There's some things that kind of turn me off to the aircraft carrier mode slightly. It's just because there's a huge gap over here, and no matter what, this front part over here always reminds me of the jet mode. It's not gonna, it does not take it to the next level for me. And I know this is supposed to be the bridge, but meh. And some people say that this is supposed to be like a miniature turret. It's not a turret. I don't care what you say. It's not a turret. These could be used as turrets or whatever you want to call them. But weaponry wise, is very highly limited in order weapons. It just has these two main cannons up front, and the side ones over here. That's pretty much it. Well, that does make sense. Was this supposed to be an aircraft carrier mode anyway? So, oops. Let me put it on the paper again. And that's basically that. You can just pop these on there if you like. There's no place to actually put these little tiny miniature figures on, or lock them in place on anywhere, because there's they just sit there. There's nowhere to store them or anything like that. Although I noticed for one of them, it has a line like that. I tried to put them on that little tiny tab. It does prevent it from shaking around a lot, but it doesn't fall off if you shake it around too much. So I like using that tab. I wonder if it'll work with this one too. No, it does not. It's too big. Okay. We'll work with this. No. Oh yeah, and the trailer part of the steel core actually pops off too from the primary vehicle. And it just rotate at the part that it does connect at. So here we go with that. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Yeah, so only this guy likes to sit on that particular tab, but it does not really hold it in place. Alright, so yeah, this was a short review on this mode only. The transformations I'm not going to do because they just take way too long. I tried to do all the transformations for this figure at one sitting, and it took about 30 minutes. So I think that's just ridiculous. That deserves a 3-part series for this figure. So, and on a side note, this will be my last Transformers anything Transformers review. Only because it is costly, and supporting my new family is going to be a little bit more on the harder side of things. So, and I want my family to eat and have a roof over their head. So I'll be definitely cutting back on lots of stuff, especially when it comes to collecting. I might do other things, but not Transformers. Things are generally that are cheaper, but and my other hobbies on the side. So after my next two of the series on this figure, this will be my official pre-farewell to all the people who have been watching, and I do appreciate it. And I know it's been fun. To be honest, I think I did this more for myself than for anyone, because I tend to lose those manuals and stuff like that. I know I tried to keep them all now, like stuff all like this stuff. Yeah. Before I tend to lose them, so I recorded it to help me with the transformation later on, and I was hoping that that will also help my viewers to also transform their figures if they lose their manuals and stuff like that. Well, but then all in all, it's been fun. So yeah, 2 more episodes and no more Transformers for me. See you guys later. Bye bye.